Hey guys, Coach Jorge Capestany, and I got my lovely wife Marty, fellow coach. And today, this video lesson has to do with the style of play. We're talking for singles players, Marty. And as a coach of 36 plus years, I know that a lot of people are misaligned. The way they play singles is really not a good fit for them. For example, they all think they want to be an all-quarter because on paper, that's the one that everybody wants to. I'm going to be an all-quarter. Well, not everybody's suited to be an all-quarter, okay? Some people are better off being steady baseliners or whatnot. So I want to talk a little bit about what you do and how you can make sure you're aligned and you're playing the proper way for you, because it's all different. By the way, this little book, it's a book I wrote. If you're interested in getting it, I'll put a link in the description where you can buy it. But this is our strategy book. This little book has sold more than 20,000 copies. Marty and I wrote it together. And just in this little thing here, it talks about 13 different styles of singles players. And I'll read a couple of them. You got the all-quarter, you got the wimpy server, that's what he's known for. You got the big server, there's people like that. You got the drop shot lobber, you probably can think of some names of that in your club. The runner pusher, he's just got wheels. The counter puncher, loves for you to hit hard, he just borrows your power. The serve volleyer, kind of a dying breed. The huge forehander, that's big. The moonballer, very common at the rec level, ruins many people's lives. The aggressive baseliner, very common. The steady baseliner, the slicer hacker, and then you got the lefty, okay? So here's the two things. So one of the things I think I've done best with my private lesson students over the years, and I was lucky enough to develop 3 USPTA gold ball champions, they were #1 in the country, is when they were 12, okay, maybe even younger, I'll tell you the story of Linda and Tony Train. Linda was a Vietnamese girl I started coaching when she was about 9. Even today, Linda's probably 5'4", okay? So she was very small, sorry. But if I looked at her, here's the two things you look at. I look at the physicality, right? So if I just strictly looked at physicality, I would say, okay, smaller, petite player, probably not gonna be a serve volleyer, you would think. Probably gonna be a real steady baseliner. Maybe they can evolve into an all-quarter, but they're probably going to be quick around the baseline, change direction well, and that's going to be how they evolve. But then you also have to look at number 2, the temperament, okay? The temperament of Linda did not match that of a steady baseliner. The first time I hit with her, I evaluated her, and I inadvertently hit a ball off the edge of my racket and went to the side fence. And I actually turned around to grab another ball to get another rally going. By the time I turned back around, she had ran into the fence, the side divider net, got caught in it, couldn't get the ball, ran, not jogged, ran back to the baseline and did this. And I thought, whoa, this girl is intense. So you have to look at both. The way I, as a coach, would try to define someone's best style of play is to look at their physicality and look at their temperament. Here's another person that was in my life, Luke Jensen, okay? Some of you know Luke. He won the French Open doubles championship with his brother Murphy. He is an ESPN tennis analyst and a good friend of our family. Well, when I met Luke, I met him when he was 12, and he had size 13 foot. Okay, so clearly, and I knew his whole family, they're all tall, big people, and I thought, okay, he's probably not going to be a little dude. He's probably going to be 6 foot something. He's going to be very powerful, and he kind of had an aggressive personality. So the reason I say this is because when people do it wrong, it really makes for a lot of pain and a lot of headaches. So let me just finish with these examples. Think of some of the best players in the world. If you think back a little bit further back in the era, Chrissy Everett, okay? Clearly known as a steady baseliner, counter puncher, but if someone would have taken her and incorrectly said, hey, Chrissy, you can run all day long. We're going to make you an aggressive baseliner, or you're going to go into the net, and it would have been a totally different fit. So I would even go to say that if someone would have forced that style of play on her, it would have she wouldn't be famous. She wouldn't even been, well known. And her counterpart, Martina Navratilova, who was a complete net rusher, all-quarter, loves to get to the net, serve volley. If someone would have grabbed Martina when she was 9 and said, hey, you're very fit, you're strong, we're just going to let you grind people out and wear them out, it would have been an absolutely worst style of play for her to adopt, okay? Now, we all might want to have a personal style. I personally, if I could roll the dice or have a wish, I would want all my students to be all quarters, because an all quarter can do more. They're better suited to do more better against a different range of people, so they can beat more styles of play. But some of my students just frankly aren't. If you think of some of the best baseliners in the world, I don't consider Andre Agassi an all-quarter. okay? But he knew that, and he didn't spend a lot of time working on a certain volley, okay? So when you think about how you're developing your game, be real smart about it. Think of your temperament, think of your physical gifts, and you have to be aligned. Otherwise, you could be trying to add shots and whole styles that don't even fit you, and you could be kind of bumping your head against the ceiling. So Marty, what do you think, and what style of player are you?
I'm an all-quarter. I like to go to the net. I might also fall into the category of aggressive baseliner because that, if I do the right type of shot, that gives me the short ball so I can go to the net, maybe finish with a stinger or a weak shot that comes back that I can close in and volley.
Yeah, so
I'm not a serve and volleyer per se, but I
right.
do like to play the net.
Yeah, you're not afraid to go into the net. So I was definitely an all-quarter attacking player because I was not very good at the baseline, nor was I very patient. So if I had a 6-ball rally, I was basically dying. I wanted to end the point right there. It wasn't any fun for me. I had fun ending points, okay? So that was a good fit for me. And if I would have played incorrectly and played steady baseline, I probably wouldn't have enjoyed it and it wouldn't have been a good fit. All right, so I'll put a link to this book. It's really helpful, but I just wanted you to think of those two things. Again, your temperament and your physicality, those are the two things you need to know when you pick the proper style of play. And I'd be very curious if you could do us a favor in the comments below, let us know what you think you are, okay? What are you? You know, are you an all-quarter? Are you a baseliner? Are you a steady baseliner? Let us know below. We'd love to see that. And if you have any questions, put them below, and Martin and I will answer those questions. Thanks again for checking us out, guys.